Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hi guys, it's your Pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3. Today guys, I'm doing paid review 21QB70. Quick wristwatch check, and I'm wearing my Submariner 41mm date diver. Okay guys, let's jump straight in. This is for Robert. Hi Paul, my name is Robert and I really enjoy your channel. My wife also enjoys your videos. She is a professor of anthropology. Let's just have a quick Google search there. Anthropology. What exactly is that there? Anthropology. Interesting word there. Is the scientific study of humanity. Okie dokie. Humanity. And has actually used a couple of your videos on mongering in her courses. Well, I don't know anything about watches until I stumbled on your channel. I've always worn swatches, but having watched your channel, I now understand why certain brands are valued higher than others. In the New York academic world, stealth wealth is very important, and most people try to be as unflashy as possible. Do you think there's any value in my collection? For the first time, I'm thinking of getting a higher value timepiece to wear at home and on the weekend. I know you like Omega, the Omega brand, as a starter collectible watch. Are there any automatic Omega watches you consider? Keep up the great work on both the Paul Pluta and the ArchieLuxury channels. Best regards, Robert. So, Robert, what do I think of the collection you have amassed there? So, look, I'm not an expert on these swatches. Some swatches can be actually quite valuable, but I got to be totally honest with you. Most of them are kind of, they're very, 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 they can be a cool watch, but to be honest with you, they go against the grain. I think, it's really worth investing in an expensive timepiece. Personally, let's just back the truck up. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness or a religious cult who's trying to convert you into the way I see the world. There's many people who don't see the value in luxury timepieces. And, there's so many things in this world you can spend your consumer dollars on. There's so many things you can spend your consumer dollars on. And I totally get it. I understand that. What do I think? Look, I think you've got to, if you get a joy out of having a beautiful wristwatch, maybe it's something you could pursue. That is right, guys. If it's something that you really, really like, it's maybe something to look into there. I'm not here to convince anyone to do it. You've got to decide it yourself. It's a bit like driving a European car. Some people, look, if you want the most bang per buck car, you're probably best to buy a Corolla or a Camry or, even a Hyundai or a Honda Civic. They're a good, reliable means of transport. But if you want something a little bit pizzazzy, there's more than, there's a couple of really great choices. So you've got to decide whether it's worth the money or not. Now, in my own case, I love the watches. I think they are a great thing. Does it make me successful? Does it? Well, not really. A watch is a watch. A material possession doesn't make someone smart or dumb. It doesn't make someone, it may subconsciously make you feel better, but the reality is consumer goods these days, you've got to work out whether you want one for yourself or not. I think in your case there, if you're in got a nice position and you want to, you're in the New York academic, pseudo-academic scene there, maybe a nice watch is a great attachment. Maybe it's a great attachment to look into. Only you can decide this. Only you can decide this. What would I buy? What would I buy? Look, I personally, I've always said in my videos there, I like the icons, the iconic model, and the most iconic Omega would have to be the Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. Now this is a great watch because it's steel, it's a chronograph, and you know, Omega has a different connotation to Rolex. Rolex often rubs people the wrong way, whereas Omega, it's more of a brand, it's a high quality watch, and it doesn't seem to attract, yes, it's an expensive watch, but it's a quality Swiss watch, which is not as, you know, it's not kind of blingy like a AP or something like that. There's some really cool Omegas. I think Omega, personally, I'd get the iconic Speedmaster Man on the Moon. It's a manual wind watch. I actually like the manual, the winding, the ritual, the daily ritual of winding it. However, you've asked for an automatic, a good automatic watch. Look, I would say a great automatic watch is the Omega Speedmaster Mark II. That's right, the Mark II. And this is Omega relaunched this. It was a watch they brought out in the late 60s, early 70s. And Omega just relaunched the Mark II. And I got to tell you, I think they're pretty damn cool. They're an automatic, they're a column wheel chronograph, they're actually pretty damn good. I'd be looking on the secondary market, the second-hand market there. You might want to try Chrono 24 to get a bit of an idea. I'd always recommend buying it from a good dealer. I'd tell you who a great dealer in America is, and that is David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. is probably the most trusted source. He deals in pre-owned watches. I think you couldn't go wrong with David S.W. That's where I would be heading. Look, he's got some great Omegas for sale. The other thing I would highly recommend, just having a look at David's website there, he's got the Omega Seamaster 300 coaxial. This is a 2021 model. It's a classic sports diver, automatic, and it's just under $6,000 US. Box papers. I don't think you could go wrong with that. I think that's a brilliant choice. What else? If you want something a bit more conservative, maybe an Aquaterra. You can get a nice Aquaterra under the 6,000. What else would I say there? If you want something really cool, there's the new titanium. That's a titanium Seamaster 300, the 007 edition. That's for the new James Bond. It's a bit on the cheesy side. Bang per buck, I think an Omega Seamaster 300 is a pretty good way to go. I would, if I were you, go and take a look at David S.W. That is some amazing watches to choose. He's got a great selection. I'd also consider he's got a first Omega in space for under $5,000. Now, David S.W., he is a great dealer. He's a really good dealer. And I'd have no problem. That's where I would go. I would get online, have a look. He's a nice, good, honest guy. That's what I would look at. I think Omega for an academic. And the thing is this, let me say this to you. I'm not telling you to become a collector, collect a few of them and do this, do that. No, no, no. I just think get yourself one really beautiful watch and see how you go. The thing about Omega is it's not Rolex. If anyone says, is that an Omega? You say, you know what? I just wanted a nice watch and I didn't want a damn Rolex. That's a very anti-status statement. A quality Swiss watch, seriously, if you buy a nice quality rich Swiss watch, it's something of beauty. You know, I got to tell you, there's many times in life when it's nice to have a beautiful piece. I remember I was on an aeroplane and they were dumping fuel and, you know, maybe it wasn't going to end terribly nicely. And I got to tell you, I had my Explorer 2 Rolex on. I got a lot of comfort in a difficult situation. So I would say to you, you know, a nice timepiece can be a real accessory for a man. I think Omega's a great brand. You want an automatic? Personally, as I said, I'd go for the Speedmaster. But go and take a look at David SW. He's a pre-owned dealer. I think you can't really go terribly wrong. One beautiful watch. Come on, life, you got to indulge yourself. I'm not telling you to become an avid collector. Just get one beautiful Omega that sings to you. How could that be wrong? How could that be wrong? A beautiful quality Omega. What's wrong with that? I think that'd be a great way to go. Yeah, and I would wear it, just wear it once a week to work, see how it goes. Who's going to criticize you for wearing an Omega? And the best line is, if someone says, is that an Omega? You can say, yes, it was given to me as a gift. Did you know some Omegas can be over $500? That's a great way to just end the discussion, because you don't want to, but I think having an Omega, you can't really be accused of, being anti-academic. So I'd definitely get an Omega, so many beautiful pieces. I think that's what I'd personally, if I was buying one, I reckon I'd, you got to take a look at it. Take a look. Jump on David SW and have a look. I personally, if I was picking an Omega, I reckon maybe the Seamaster 300, very classic retro sort of style watch. Absolutely gorgeous. You can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that. Okay, guys, that's the show, the paid review for today. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some comments. And guys, remember, I can't survive on Google Ads. I desperately need more paid reviews to keep me full-time on YouTube. Please send your paid review to me, ArchieLuxury72@gmail. That's also my address for the PayPal payment. Look down below in the description. And don't be afraid, guys, also to sponsor me on Patreon. You can sponsor me on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And it helps me stay full-time on YouTube. Hey guys, check out one of my best friends, Jamie Opulence, on YouTube. Just go to Jamie Opulence on YouTube. A fantastic channel from my good friend Jamie. Check it out, guys. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to introduce a new service to you. ValueYourWatch.com. Proud supporters of ArchieLuxury. No seller's fees, no buyer's fees. That's right, guys. This is a trading platform to buy or sell watches. You can start selling for free. That's right. We advertise our paying subscribers on Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's a global platform. That's right, guys. Get $50 off the annual subscription by applying the coupon Archie when you check in there. But guys, you can try this for free straight away. Guys, you can start listing watches. ValueYourWatch.com. Give it a try and tell me what you guys think of that.
Feeling me, all these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, all these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, all these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, all these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck.
Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.